Hey guys, Jay with Effective Fitness. We're going to talk about the 2-on-1. Sometimes they call it a Russian. We call it a hug armbar for police work or a 2-on-1. The benefits of the 2-on-1 is we're upright. We're not stuck underneath the guy. We can see both hands. And we can also use this takedown in multiple applications of police work. Whether we're fighting for an edge weapon, we're looking for a takedown as an individual unit, is a team unit. High-low takedown, hug armbar is good. I can kind of direct where I want him to go. It also is good for if someone's trying to hang on your head. Suspects like those unskilled positions of grabbing your head, headlocks or whatever. We can get into them from there. So a good drill to do to start this, and you can do this with a partner, is if Joe and I are clinched up like in here, I'm going to go to a baseball bat grip. So this hand is going to come up. This hand is going to grab this wrist as a baseball as I turn my body. So that's kind of the angle it looks like from there. And then from this angle is when I turn, look, I could do this with no hands. I could do this drill with no hands. I'm taking this off the shelf, okay? I don't really like to turn away too far when I'm doing it not for a drill. That's more of like skill building. What I like to do here is I like to ride it tight and drive. So now I'm into my 2-on-1. The benefits of this position are I've won the angle. Okay, my hips are facing him. He's looking away from me. I'm behind this arm. The benefits of this is it's hard for him to strike me with this arm, and if it has an edge weapon in it, I'm behind the knife. So it comes into play in multiple different applications again. If I control this arm, I'm still able to see the far side arm, whether that arm is going to punch me or present something, and then I can give it the attention that it needs. I like a grip here, and I like to come to the shoulder. My shoulder is going to pin against his shoulder. My chest is going to puff in, and I'm going to start pulling this hand back this way. I can lift him up here. I can bring him down. Super easy for me to transition back to that body lock position I did earlier, depending on what he does. When I'm in here for my takedown, I like to use my head now. So we talk about head placement in other videos. Inside head placement would be I'm inside his arm, and I'm winning here. This time I'm behind the arm, but I can still win head position and make this position uncomfortable for him and make it difficult for him to square up on me. What that does is it also forces me to look at the far side hand that I don't control in case it's going for a weapon. So when I'm in here, I'm going to dig my head in. Now, if my opponent is taller than me and I can't get my head in, it's okay if my head's on his chest. Just I'm going to be in a good position. I'm never bending over at the waist. I can change my level here. So if I get this position here, maybe I'm moving him and I change my level. I'm going to start to put his hand on the ground. 1, I can put him on the ground for a takedown. 2, I can transition better into a body lock from there. If he has a weapon in his arm, okay, it's easier for me to disengage that position and transition to a weapon of my own. So again, how do we get into this? Maybe I go grab control to take him into custody. He starts to pull away or fight. Boom, I'm right into my hug armbar. That 2-on-1, the reason this is better than this old form here is this space. This is empty space. I'm taking the space out of things. When I take this space out of things, for police work, I always want to see that empty hand. So I put my head in this space, okay? So I can see that in case it's presenting something or trying to hit me. It's not just a wrestling match or jiu-jitsu match. But the space here is empty. We used to do this, and then we used to see this merry-go-round, okay? Because there's just all this empty space. That is for him. He wants to escape. He wants a space. So if I go here and he starts to pull away, I immediately go into my hug armbar 2-on-1 position. I change my level. I start to put his hand on the ground. Down, 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 down. Okay? I go knee on top, whatever rest and control position you're going to use. We'll use knee on top, which will be covered in a video before or after this set at some point.